checking. I'm available everywhere. Hopefully, maybe. Alrighty. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Twitch. Hello, everybody. Welcome for another day of developing a Metasploit exploit and contributing to the open source. Couple of news, right? I have first, the biggest one actually today for everyone is Saudi Arabia invested $600 billion to US stock market, and US stock market gained 1.5 trillion within a day. Just shows you like there is no limit how much money is there in the world. 1.5 trillion within a day was added to the stock market. So money is everywhere to grab it, basically, legally. And with that being said, let me share my screen. So I was trying to work before starting the stream. I wanted to get like the code ready for everything, right? Let me first put in Discord as well. I was getting the code ready, but problem was that the system wasn't working, so I had to go and get things done. Let me just join the podcast one. Chat here. Okay. Yeah. Think I should be able to hear Bendit when he joins. But yeah. So what happened was because of the Docker not starting, my Kali was because of Docker service not starting, my Kali virtual box was also not coming up. So I had to reinstall everything. I'm basically in a very fresh um, Kali version for 2025 where we'll be running our Docker. So I just want to make sure Docker is here. Docker is here. What we'll do is now quickly grab GPT. Let's see if I have this. Yeah, remote code execution quickly. We'll try to get this done ASAP so we can start working. I found certain, like I was using some prompt engineering trying to get like idea of what we are doing wrong, right? So it gave me certain ideas, and yeah, we are going to implement that. So just going to go here, desktop. Once the extraction is complete, we'll start with our setup. Okay, come on. Extraction completed, close. Okay, close this. So let's see. CD desktop ls docs gpt setup 1. Docker failed to start. Docker Docker. So I have to install Docker CE, and I want to increase the font size actually, so it's easy for everybody to see. Hopefully this is good enough. We're going to go based on Ubuntu. CE Docker compose using apt app update, app install, plugin. Let's see if we can get this fast. Unable to locate Docker. Let's see if it does. CE. Okay. Docker compose, not compose. I think I will download the Docker community edition using apt. I remember, I think it was Docker C. Okay, this might start Docker packages. Maybe this might be the one. So sudo apt upgrade, I think first to do. Yes, continue this. And we are going to just go with some vibe today. Perplexity. Install Docker CE and compose on Kali using terminal. Let's see if we can get answers quickly here. Okay, everything is getting updated. Once this is done, we just have to download the GPG official repository, CE CLI, and Docker start. That's all we have to do. So quickly do these today, and we can also restore VS Code version. Okay, 94% done, 95% done. Let's go. Also, I'll keep an eye today on YouTube as well to keep things going. And one thing I can do actually is I have forgot to do. Okay, I have to pop out the chat. Okay, chat pop out done. Just in case if anybody is like, message, so I will remember. Crashed. Doing. Unable to pin. Okay, now it should be able to. Okay, cool. Okay, sounds goody good. Okay, now let's go back. Yeah, restart the services. Let's go. And anybody can chat too today if you guys want. There will be stuff coming in. Do 7%, 8%, 9%, 10%, 11, 12. Okay, some good old coffee. Alrighty. So as soon as this progress is done, I think we can, on the other side, we can start with code open source version of what's this called? VS Code. So I think we can do that. Code OSS, that's the one. Kali, and then we can install also Docker on these files These other things are getting upgraded, let them get upgraded. It shouldn't matter much. Full upgrade, GNU, these are probably maybe not required. CE, CLI, and container IO. So I will go with this first, because upgrade and stuff are already going on the side. Waiting for cache lock, could not get lock. Okay, so it's held by APT already. Okay, so I think we can cancel this. Let's see if this one will work. Maybe it worked actually. Where is it? Docker GG. Maybe not. Not so sure in this case. I think they are just downloading the stuff, GPG files. And adding that to the system. Okay. So this is getting upgraded. We don't care about like the upgrade in this case because on the side we are upgrading it. Right now, this is because that's getting upgraded on the side in one, and APT is blocking that from happening from one side. So that's interesting. What we can do till then, we have the other Kali, which is 20. So remember this, 2024, we are going to develop the exploit in and try to attack that from that. 2025 Kali, we are going to run our Docker app and attack that app. Why? Because Docker is easier to run in the 2025 version, and is easier and less troublesome compared to the 2024 version for some reason in this case. So we are doing that. So we have already done the exploit. One thing I will show you something. In the exploit, I asked Perplexity with a big research prompt on how to do this. I didn't get much of a fruitful answer. So we are going to try this and do some prompt engineering on the side, and this will be a vibe exploit. Everybody talk about vibe coding. Let me tell you, vibe exploit development is coming, and vibe bug bounty hacking is already happening. So it's kind of and it's very bad right now. So that's also interesting. So we have the exploit, right? If we do nano, you guys can see the exploit is there. I have to change this IP and this IP below this one. So let's see what our IP if config is. 1085. Oh, still 85. That's good. Let's check the other one. In here, if config 10 to 15. What about this one then? 10 to, okay, not this one. I needed to change, I need to, I guess, change its settings a bit then. This is what we did yesterday, making sure. So our 2024 one, we are going to use the same networking configuration which this has compared with this. This one is on NAT and bridge. So we are going to do the same for these. Network, NAT, we need the bridge one as well. And bridge one will do once we have the APT completed on this. That's the big one. Where is this upgrading almost 400 packages? You guys can hear me, right? The live is going perfectly fine. Okay. We are just waiting for this progress to complete, like 68%. I need to cut my beard, man. It'll be nice cutting the beard. Keep going up here. I'm bald in here too, a little bit. The beard bald, I don't know if that's the thing. So let's see, 78% done. Do you anybody use VMware for these things, or just you all use VirtualBox too or something? Yes, turning this. %83. What I can do one more thing is everything has to be paused till then. Da, 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 da. 2024 Kali is just on hold. Good part is this is still like 85, so that's a good part. We don't have to make much changes. And what one more thing I can do is till the time in the exploit, this is exploit.py, right? I will have Ruby as well, and I will change this to this, whatever RCE. So let's put them side by side. RCE import till this one 11. Okay, going to copy this as well, put it in our 2024. First I have to do is I have to change this to exploit multi HTTP and my exploit .py. It has to be a py file, right? That was Python code, and this one will be exploit. This is Ruby code, as you can see. So control this, and then I want to just delete rm-rf modules exploit tree. You see it just has exploit now, right? So that helps. Tree is one of the most useful commands in my opinion. Helps so much. Okay, let's see what's the progress with this. 99%. We are almost there. This was the only process that was going to take most amount of time. Rest everything will be pretty fast. Beautiful. Okay, now let's do this one. Let's see how much time this will take. Looks pretty fast, I guess. Reading the database, adding this, done. Is that one was like 400 packages, so it makes sense why it was super slow. Here hardly anything is needed for upgrade, right? Like, and CLI is already there, I believe. Removing CLI, okay, it's removing and downloading again. Error code. Why? Is it working? Docker. If I do setup.sh, is it working? Waiting for a Docker. Oh, first I think do I have to do systemctl start Docker process. So start Docker process, but not for now, but not is there a no, nothing here, right? Start, not enable. Enable, what enable does, if you guys don't know, you know, when you are, let's say, looking for, like, for example, Zoom is one of the examples, right? Zoom, every time you open your computer, it starts this starts that software, or same with Google OneNote, or bunch of other softwares. That's like in the background, it is doing this um, system CTL enable Docker, right? What you want is start, because start will just start for now. Enable will start it every time, like enabling it, right? And you can disable something too, or you can go in here, inside here itself, and say upon start or start startup apps, you will get the information about them and you can stop them. There are a lot of them, especially I will say like Adobe, a bunch of them, which you should just stop them because they share so much of your data. So a person like me, I don't install those apps, or if I'm installing, majority of them are stopped from or blocked in a lot of ways. So let's start this setup file and see if this will work. So it's still not starting. What I have to do is probably create a group or something. Oh, I have to download maybe Docker Compose, who knows. Okay, user mod added. Installing, not upgrading, okay. Docker Compose. Let's see what Docker Compose we have, setup we have. Docker env file created now. Docker is Docker run execute ps build login images info version builder commands. I need to get docker.service up. Start and status, okay. Docker service application active running, blah blah blah. Okay, then this should be working. Oh, maybe I need to give it sudo to access those. Application will run on this, okay. You can stop the application by running the following command: docker compose down. Do I have code installed already? Okay. Or I'll do this way. Code dot. Okay, let's see what we got. Installing all the required 62 GB available for only 2900 MB was needed, right? Okay. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything specifically you want me to do. You can even talk to me today in Discord. I will have time today. Today is the last day I want to test this exploit. Honestly, I'm done creating. I want to make a proper open source contribution today. It's been 2 days till this is working. Okay, how much is done? Okay, it's done. So code And this dot is very important. It will open it in this directory, and so you see docs should be. Oh, it's not same as the code. Oh, I have to set up first. Mark done. Yeah. Open folder, desktop, docs, open. Yes, I trust the author. I don't know the author, but I trust him very well. Okay, terminal, let's go here. Kali. Waiting for Docker to start again. What if I do sudo Docker compose down? Yes, okay, that's why. Huh, Docker compose wasn't downloaded properly. Bharat, hey, how's it going, Bharat? How you doing? Did you just message? You just messaged, right? I'm sorry, I'm trying my best to keep an eye on all the chat and everything. So just in case I missed, trust me, I'm just trying my best. Hopefully I caught you quick enough. Okay, I think I did, right? Okay, let's start with sudo again. Now this should, like, because this is an AI app, right? It is going to first install a couple of big things, and one of the things will be model. It will be using the model to run some stuff, and that takes some time. So next couple of things, like, we can write it down. Not the best place to write it, actually. I'll show you how I like to keep notes or how to explain things. So here I have this Elixir draw, one of my favorite ones, right? Turn on the dark mode. Where's the dark mode? Theme dark mode. Okay, so I'll explain what it's going to do. We are going to do, right? Good sir, how you doing? Good, brother. Just don't call me sir, man. I'm almost same as you, man. Call me bro. That will be best. So, and I will explain you with this Metasploit, a hacking software, what we are doing, right? And what else things left. Once our app is running, right? It has Docker containers, various containers. I think it's 4 of them. What we care about specifically, not the front end, not the back end, we care about the worker one. Worker one, whose port is 7091, right? Because every container, I want you guys to think, every container is a server. So it has this port open. We are going to attack its API / remote endpoint. First, we'll do it with our Python file and see if we are able to get it from the computer, because we have 2 versions of Kali. We have 2024 and 2025. 2025 is where the app is running, so that's where we are going to first do this Python file on, because we want to see if we are able to actually run from the same server and attack it. If it works, if we are able to connect, we'll try to connect to the app first from the 2024, the second virtual machine, and then try to exploit it with Python. Once the Pythons are working, what we want to do, if you know Metasploit, right? Let me share the link so you guys know. Metasploit framework, one of the biggest in cybersecurity when it comes to hacking. The biggest, basically. And to give you an idea how big it is, the creator of it went to jail, because that's how powerful it is, and that's how mad companies were about how powerful it is. What model is being used? The model I'm using is from docs.gpt, whichever they are using. Let me send that as well. I'm not using a particular, let's say, Gemini and all those stuff. I'm using this one because This is the app we are hacking right now. Wait, no. This is the app we are hacking. DocsGPT is an open source AI tool, right? You can have OpenAI and stuff, but they have their own model, some kind of one. I don't even know which one it is. So, but here's the link so you can see. Okay. I don't know which model it is, but basically it is a, I believe it's a NLP model, right? So we can check quickly. You can have web format, Reddit, URL, GitHub, accurate, hallucinating, API keys are there, connect, pre, blah, blah, blah. Full Google AI compatibility. There is a bunch of compatibility they are working on. So that's pretty good, I will say. And these are the files. If you want to be a big developer, go look for these type of projects. It has 200, not like 2000, a lot of them. And people are ready to help you. Right? So do look. Like if you market is going to be the worst of all time in tech world at this point, try to just start developing or getting playing with the AI apps, whether it's about hacking AI apps using hacking the LLM models. There is a OWASP on it, right? I was thinking to do just go over this OWASP with you guys over the weekend, just something interesting to know. So hacking models, AI models, developing AI models, creating valuable softwares using AI models. Like try something with AI to put on your resume, because not going to lie, I know some people and they are already saying, they're smart people and they are saying we are going to have the worst of all time, worst job market of all time. With AI though, it will be beautiful, because if you know how long you have been doing this for, like what thing, the Metasploit development or the tech, or basically in the industry looking into. Okay, why this is going slow? Oh, probably unable to connect. That's fine. Hacking. I can give you a good story about like my first taste of hacking and when I got serious about it. Do you guys know GTA? GTA Vice City specifically. Any idea about that? Is I can give you a great idea. Let me just restart this and I will give you a full story of this, brother. I love talking about it because I think, because you see, this is the reason I have to stop this guy for a second. 2025, I have to stop. The OG game, yeah, it is. It is. That was my first, I will say, that game was my first. Like, I was on Facebook before this. I did a bunch of things, but that game was my first touch of how good computers can be. Give me one sec. I'm just doing this, and network. I'm adding second adapter bridge. Okay. So, um, thanks Bharat for saying. But so hard field, right? Here is the GTA. GTA Vice City. It's a game, Grand Theft Auto, right? Just like there is GTA 5 and stuff. This is GTA Vice City. I was playing this game one day, and you know there are cheat codes in it, right? To get like more health, get more money and stuff. I was playing this game. It was, I remember, still in 8th grade, right? And I used to pay like 10, 15 rupees for per hour when I was in India. For it was 15 rupees by this summer. And I was playing one day. I typed some cheat code, which I think I typed something, but I accidentally typed something wrong. The whole game ended in front of me, and I was like surprised. That like blew my mind. I was like, "Oh my god, this was the same Eureka moment, right? What Archimedes had." And then that was it. Like I was like, "Okay, what did I did?" Then I started looking, instead of gaming, I started looking, okay, what games more I can hack. Then I realized, like, can it be a big thing? Like I started looking. There were APKs. There were a lot of things about hacking in general, and that's what got me by wind. It was in 8th grade I started looking into this as a career. after that, my ninth and 10th grade was very important. Like from 9th to 12th grade, I didn't do any hacking. Because in India, we have a very competitive things going on, right, to get a college. Didn't do that, but since I came to Canada, I have been always in and out during the university time, learning about hacking a little bit and stuff, but not much. Last 2 years, I will say I have been very much into hacking from a developer perspective because I do front end development for big companies. So I have to understand what cross site scripting things are and all those. So I'm learning and I'm using those learnings as a way to show my current company, the team I'm in, I'm a valuable asset. So that's what I'm doing. So I will say 1 year or two. Um, Currently, I work for Walmart, so I'm working towards their apps as a front end developer. Before this, it was T-Mobile, and before this, it was Nutrien, another Canadian company. So mostly like multi-billion-dollar companies I've worked with as a contractor through my company, and that's I guess to in big nutshell that is. And I've been going hardcore basically very consistently over the last 4 months now, and I'm continuing to do this. My goal, if you want to ask what it is, i I want to I want to win this bad boy one day, the black batch. If I win this, I'm going to promise you, I'm going to just have it all the way from US to Canada to India. I'm going to wear this. This will be like my stuff. This is the Super Bowl. If you guys don't know what DEF CON Black Badge is, this is DEF CON, world's biggest hacking conference. Happens every year in August. And Black Badge is like basically you are the LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Sachin Tendulkar, like just the Usain Bolt of hacking of that series. So that's my goal. That's why I do a Discord, right? Like that's why I'm in Discord. I'm talking all the time. You guys can talk to me in Discord anytime you like. Just send me a message. And I want to build a team with to do hackathon CTF challenges, so we can build a team and actually do something, whether cryptography, CTFs, or anything, right? Reverse engineering, hacking electronic vehicles. So that's I think I went way too far compared to how I got started or how long I've been doing. But hopefully that answers your question and hopefully motivates someone towards this. Yeah, we can do CTS. Like, if you want, there are so many CTF challenges even on Try Hack Me that happens, and I do give away usually like every once in a while. I did one so far, and probably soon I will be doing another one. So just stay in Discord, right? I'll do a giveaway and to help, because I at one point I didn't have enough money. Somebody helped me with the guidance. I want to provide guidance as well as these and pay it forward to everyone. So that's basically my goal of life is. Hopefully that helps, right? Like anybody wants to like join the CTF, wants to do CTFs with me, like have a hackathon team or something. I really want to, it will be nice. Like I want to do something, build a whole community around it. Teach people, learn from it, do something big. That'll be my life goal. Okay, we are here. Sudo setup Kali. So this will download. Okay, Kali. This will download the Docker, whatever is required. Majority of it is cached. Is building some more stuff. And then once this is in, we should have our app ready. Right now, if you can see on the top, there is a lot of network traffic going on. That's one. We have two Kali boxes, remember, right? 2024. This is the 2024 one. Remember this one. On top left it is, and see the background. So one thing first we need to do is connect to that VM, the 2025 VM, using 2024 to see if it will be like two computers, two servers are able to talk to each other. Then move forward from there. So we have this. One thing I want to know is the IP address now. We have to make sure they're on the same network, right? So 10.10.09, that's this one. Other one is 10.10.85, which is a great. Let me put it this way so I keep forgetting. So if config, right? See this numbers. 85, other one is 9. Try hack me or hack the box. Both are amazing. Personally, I go for let me ask you this: what is the level of you? What's your level? How much you have done? Let me ask you that. Because both are great. If you are starting, try hack me is a good one for starters. Even I'm a lot of time on try hack me. I started my journey from hack the box, but I felt try hack me was more beginner friendly, at least for a year or 2 or 3 in CTFs. Then go into hack the box. But whichever interests you, start doing that. Just most important part is start doing the hacking. Same with streaming, same with anything. Get your MVP. I don't know if a lot of you know about this concept of this is a concept of life more than a concept just with how to say hacking. Oh, sorry, development. Anybody familiar with the MVP concept with development here? Have you heard about it at least, or have you seen this? This will change your life. I would love to go a little bit brief into this, but let me know if you have heard it. Just give me a thumbs up or yes or no. With 3 words here, right? MVP means minimum viable product. Minimum viable product. What this means, right? And this is where I think a lot of people, big entrepreneurs or people who make it, get things done. This MVP is the biggest concept in the which people who get it done versus who don't get it done is this concept, in my opinion. Minimum viable product. Basically, the base product. Like if let's say you are building a car, right? You don't you want to build a Ferrari, like fastest car in the world. Amazing idea. But let's get the first concept, the minimum viable product, a simple car ready. Get your simple car ready, then move forward step by step. Whether you are developing a product for an app, right? Like for your app or for your work, you are working on a product, get the minimum one right. Get the minimum one. Don't forget about like, oh, I have to make it look amazing. This should be like working at this speed and all those stuff. Forget about it. Yeah, minimum viable product. MVP. Minimum viable product. This is with life, not just development. Basically, it means getting the basic version of the product right and do it. Life, same thing. If you are going into hacking, if you are going into streaming, if you are going into YouTube, pick up the phone. If you are going to streaming or YouTube, just pick up the phone, start doing. Mr. B started doing that just from his phone. BB Vines, which is the biggest, at one point it was the biggest, with right now it has 25 plus million subscribers, started with just phone, right? That's all you need. Minimum viable product, right? With try hack me or hack the box, whichever you like, start it. I prefer try hack me for starters, but go for whichever you like. And I want to give you a fun concept actually. Let me just see this first. Another one thing I want to share with everyone. Don't copy this. Disclaimer, it's not the best thing. First time I was introduced to CTF concept or hacking was in February of 2017. I came 2019. Yeah, I'm behind in stream. Oh, let me just check. Yeah, I'm behind in stream. Let me make it bigger so everyone can see. Yeah, I'm behind in my stream. My experience is basically 0. I have a lot of technical knowledge and can code in Python, but only just learning about Pente. If you want, brother, text me on Discord. Let's get you started. I'll give you the Discord, right? This is the community. You need help. Even if you want to get started, you want to just first one, I would love to start the first stream with you. I want to be there with your first stream. I can come online with you and I would love to help you. And it's great. Like one of the biggest part about my starting the Discord or streaming is because when I was in school, high school and university, people used to look very badly at me as if like I was a really bad human criminal when I used to say I want to be a hacker, I want to do cybersecurity. I was like, you know what, F it. Like people are always going to find something wrong with me. Work towards what I like. Now I have a chance. I want to. I Nobody came for my help. I'm like, okay, there was one person who did, and I love him, respect him, right? Chat with him every now and so. But if you want, I want to do pay it forward. So feel free, just text me. You don't even have to be on stream or anything. Just if you want help, just pay it forward. That is way more important than anything for me, right? So yeah, that's just what I can tell you from my side. Because like even the fact I'm able to help you, that is way more valuable than number of subs I got, follows I got, blah blah blah. No, help. Pay it forward. That's the biggest concept of life. So if you want, let me know on the weekend. Let's have your first stream ready. Anybody who wants it, I'm very much available. Oh, by the way, let me tell you my worst addiction of why hacking is an addiction for me. Let me tell you that because I started work at 8 a.m. in the morning. It's 8 p.m. Right? I took 1 hour break for the whole day. Why? Hacking is a very bad addiction. The first time I was introduced to the concept of hacking from Hack the Box, somebody showed me. Brain was blown away, and my first hack. Actually, hack the box. I tried 2019. It was like you have to hack to get make an account at Hack the Box. That's how cool Hack the Box was. But with Hack the Box, uh, cryptography temple challenge. I think that was something similar to this. This one. This was the first challenge I did. Got such a bad rush. I left every single assignment I had during that. It was the reading break too. Left all the assignment I had, everything. I just left it. Started doing this. I did 3 challenges within 1 week. I was drinking 2 monsters a day. Do not do it. Not recommended, but that's how crazy. And I was ready. February, the city I live in, it goes to -30. I was happily sleeping on the floor of my computer science library. Sorry, computer science lab. So that's how addictive I am to hacking. So this just some of the things I did. Cool, I'll join up. Thanks. I'm starting a cybersecurity university course in September, so just trying to get ahead. 100%. And you know what? I will create hopefully, I can create a reel soon. I'll create a reel so you can keep going back to it, and I will give you a quick rundown on what things to do to get you started or get you a good mindset in, right? I'll do that for you. Just text me, remind me, because I forget. Remind me, I have to do this, and I will create a very beautiful reel for you with all the free resources. I don't want you to pay. Okay, our app is ready. Localhost 5173. So docs.gpt should be up. We can see the title logo is there. Sweet. Our app is ready, right? Now the thing is we have to be able to first connect to it. So let's create a Python file. Nano exploit.py. I'm going to use this code. I'm going to share this code, whichever changes I have made. A big thanks to and shout out to our boy Game Boy yesterday. He sent all the code for us. So just say thanks to him if you see him in the chat. So this is our one, right? And I want to give you guys actually best way will be to give you a rundown through here. So this Python file, right? Our target IP address, this is going to change to, I believe, 9, right? Forget about all this code. Malicious data, this is the payload which we send during our post request, our form. This is the type of the content. We are going to use request library and make a post request to our target. Header and data is this. And then let's see if the RCE, the remote code execution, happens. We want to go for 10009 on 70 port is important, remember that. And here, important thing to note, right? I'm changing this to 9 as well because I'm hacking from 2025 Kali itself, so hacking from the same box. Port is 1234. So what I have to do before even going, ncnvlp 1234. Netcat will listen to somebody tries to make connection. We want the app, the vulnerable app, to make a connection to our system, get a reverse shell, right? Come on. Okay, so now let's see if this will work. Python. Okay, this is getting slow. That's not good. Let me close this. Let me close this. Let me close this guy. Okay, this is the file. Sorry, it should be Python actually. Yes, save it. It's very slow right now. Sorry, lads. I should have given more resources to it. Okay, let's see. Python exploit.py, it started. We didn't get a reverse shell. Let's look back. What can we doing wrong, right? 9. Is it 9, right? Let's just see. ifconfig. It is 9, right? 10.10.09. Okay, that might be. We might have to do 127.0.0.1 because it's going to the. Let's see. Oh, one thing to do. Another thing. Make sure the ports are right. Docker ps. So Docker ps will give me all the list of containers. I want the worker one, 7091. That's correct, and even the backend is on that, so that's good. Now what we can do is 7091 request bash. This command will give a reverse shell. This is the command we wanted to run. Let's think. So we send the payload. This is here. What we can do is 127.0.1 and see if we can get with the local host we can get it, right? 127.0.0.1. Success. No. Any idea what could it be? I'm just thinking Docker. It should be accepting. What I can do is first do a quick curl to this. This is so slow right now. Curl. I'll get out of Docker. Curl dash or curl http 10.0.0.9/API or port actually 7091. Holy, this is slow. You guys see it, right? Is it? Do you guys? Am I lagging on the stream, or am I good? Can anybody confirm? Please and thank you. API/remote. message the method is not allowed for the requested URL. So I will say, let me Krish Churchill. Oh, I'm good. Thanks, boss. Churchill stream's fine. Okay, thank you. Thanks, boss. It's very helpful. Thank you. So the curl command, at least if you are getting the method is not allowed, so we are able to reach that endpoint. That's a good part. What one thing we can do is, this is something you will see some DevOps stuff right now. What first thing I'll do, I'll first let me close this file, save the state, machine state. Let me give it more resources because I think because of the Docker running, it's having its own issues right now, right? So that's first thing we do. Settings, storage, oh sorry, here. Come on. System, I want to give it system. Processor is 1 only. Oh, I have to discard this because it's the same. Okay. In the saved version, you can't because it's based on that system preference. So processors, I will give it like, I think 8 should be fine. I'll give it more memory. And I have a NVIDIA GPU with me. So I'm going to, let's see, video memory, good, monitor count, okay. So I think this will turn because I've given it more processors, so it should be fine. Okay, let's see. Start in normal mode, not advanced mode. Anybody, somebody asked yesterday question, I think I forgot who did, but I think it was Game Boy. Somebody said VMware, why I'm not using VMware. Have anybody here used VMware for VirtualBox, virtual machines like these? I only use it for work related stuff, but have you guys used it? And like, what is your experience if you have to pick one? Please let me know and thank you. I want to test it, like if it is better experience, I would love to see. Docs code dash this. So code, open source version of VS Code. Going to start with sudo one. This is all cached, so that's a good thing. It will be super fast. Now let's go in here. We had our nano exploit. Where is exploit? Okay, it's not here. So we'll do exploit dot py. We'll start with the vulnerability I found on the internet for this, right? And I will send this link so anybody can view. It's on exploit DP. It's not patched still. So just saying, do not use it for anything bad. It's not patched still. I would choose VMware as it uses less RAM consumption and is a bit faster. Oh, okay. Oh, I had no idea. Oh, there's an ad is about to start. No. Okay. And also, please let me know on stream, or sorry, on Twitch, if you guys ever see an ad. I'll stop the ad, like, or I will pause the stream for during that time, so you guys don't miss anything. So here is the first code. Remember, see this thing, touch temp test. This one, if we run this exact one, it's going to run the temp stuff and says 215. That is the command for our IP. That's our same for our system too, right? Ethernet one. Okay, so let's see if this one will work. And how we will check. I'll show you something interesting here. Docker PS will give me the list of files or the Docker's images that will be running. Oh, something happened. Okay, let's see. Container config. Worker backend configuration. Arey yaar. Every second there is a new issue. Did I change anything? Anything changed? No. Okay, what we can do is quickly go to this file. Oh. Copy this link. Copy the link, go back, because this one, for the exploit and ethical reasons, I can only use one version of it, the old version. So if we go here, the software link is in the exploit. So open link in new tab, this will download. And I think I can, even this one I can extract here, extract to desktop, or I can just extract to Kali. Should be done. Okay. And let's open code. cd dash dash. So we're getting out of here. cd docs. So we are in the Kali. Oh, my bad. Kali should have a docs. No. It didn't work, I guess. Open folder, downloads, extract to documents should be fine. Extracting, done, cool. Documents, right, cd docs, and then we'll do sudo setup Kali 1. Majority should be cache, should be working. Maybe, let's see. Docker stop and this container. That might be the reason this is giving error. Let's see. Nope. Docker compose is here. Okay, let's see why it is happening. Let's see some debug. Okay. Compose services Python 3, get container, this. Anybody have any idea why this might be happening? Like, I know it's hard to see the code right now. For worker, this trace back, Docker compose 33. User bin Docker compose. User bin is having the issue. Lib the Python 3 key error container config. Okay, let's see. Okay, running this server, Docker compose up -d. Okay. docker compose up dash d. Oh, beautiful. Sweet. So if we go here, docker ps. Oh, there is a. I have to stop the stream. I have to pause the stream. Pausing the stream for 1 or 2 minutes, right? I'll stop for pause for 2 minutes. Let's grab water. Because I want to be respectful to everyone, right? Like ad is coming, so on Twitch, so nobody messes it, right? And I will grab some water. Please grab some water, and I will see you in like 1 minute, right? Or actually, I will be here. I have water. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to ask. Till then, I'm just making sure this is ready and stuff. All the exploit and everything is ready in place. Anybody have any questions regarding anything? My career, my background, or anything? Or even like general about anything in life? No. And anybody on Twitch still seeing ads? Let me know. Because I will pause. 0.9. What does this exploit do? That's a good question, boss. I'll explain to you here. So, what happens? Let me bring this guy up. Okay. So, what does this? This is a RCE exploit. RCE means remote code execution, right? And I think add is done for everyone, so that's good. So RCE, what does RCE means? Remote code execution. What this is, remotely, as the name suggests, right? Remotely, I'm able to execute any code in a different application, in a server, right? For what happens with that? I have a question, sir. Basically, I'm from development and the cybersecurity and the hacking stuff, a whole new world to me. Sure, yeah, 100% ask anything. So RCE till then, let's say if I have a command, for example, touch, simple touch. Touch creates a file, right, in wherever you mention the directory. Let's say I mention in the temp directory or desktop. This is the command using the API, using this API remote. You see this target one. I want to execute this touch.temp file in the server itself, and that's what this one is doing. But then if I'm able to create a file, I'm able to create a command, anything I can. If I'm able to execute any kind of command, why not, instead of just making a file, get a reverse shell and able to own the whole server? That's what we are trying to do. So first step, just able to test if we are able to create a command inside the server, remotely able to execute a command. Second, getting a reverse shell. So hopefully that answers. Did that answer for you? And another question here I have. Let me read it. I have a question, sir. Don't call me sir, just call me bro. I'm more than happy with that. Basically, I'm from the development and the cybersecurity and the hacking. So I'm from the development and the cybersecurity and the hacking stuff, whole new world to me. Would you give me any recommendation for learning it? Sure. Let me ask you this. What development do you do? Are you a full stack developer, front end developer, back end developer? What developer are you? That's the question. What type of development you do? Based on that, I can give you a better recommendation, so things connect faster than other places. And I'll show you guys an amazing thing. Front end. Oh, cool. I'm from front end too. So hacking, right? Let me show you one of the best. What hacking means, right? What are the different stages of hacking? What hackers can do, right? Let me share DEFCON. This video is the best one. Let's play this video and then we'll move towards our hacking. You guys are able to hear this? Let me know.
DEF CON is the biggest hacker convention of the year.
Are you able to hear this? Everybody on Twitch, stream, everywhere? Yeah, awesome.
It's
Thank you.
a place where thousands of hackers come to hear talks, to demonstrate their newest hacks. It's actually a place that's so dangerous to be on the internet that they tell you to turn off the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth on your phone, and they tell you not to use the ATMs too, because those could be hacked as well. This is the DEF CON ballroom. It's sort of the main room where things are happening, and it's pretty wild. I think this is car hacking village. This car is locked. Can you get me in?
I'll unlock it for you. Should be good.
Anybody know this guy? Anybody? I want to know if anybody know this person. I would love to hear the answer.
Hacking is no longer like this fringe activity, and if you are at DEF CON, there's a good chance that you're here because you want to learn what could happen to you or your company.
Anyone here first time in the SCCTF? Holy crap.
I invited Chris to hack me with his team, but they're going to hack me using social engineering, which is essentially hacking without any code. They just use a phone and an internet connection.
We help people with human security issues by testing vulnerabilities for like a network test, but it's for the people network. We test those vulnerabilities, see where the holes are, and then help people learn so they can patch them.
Can we try some of this? Can we try some, see if it works?
Yeah, we probably could have our star visher here make some phone calls as
Let's do it.
Sure. Do you want to do a sample vishing call?
What's phishing?
Phishing?
It's vishing, V. Voice, like there's phishing, smishing with SMS, S, and vishing with voice. So this CC's wrong caption.
Is voice elicitation, and basically what you do is you use the phone to extract information or data points that can be used in a later attack.
Let's do it. Who are you gonna call?
Maybe I'll call your cell phone provider
Okay.
and see if I can get them to give me your email address.
I bet they're good. I bet they have my back. But yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna spoof from your number, so it's gonna look like it's calling from you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm so sorry. Can you hear me okay? My baby, I'm sorry. my husband's like, we're about to apply for a loan and we just had a baby and he's like, get this done by today. So I'm so sorry. I can't call you back. I'm trying to log into our account for uses information and I can't remember what email address we used to log the account. The baby's crying and can you help me? Awesome.
In just 30 seconds,
gmail.com?
Jessica gets my personal email address.
Now, if I needed to add our older daughter on our account so she could call in and make changes, how would I need to go about doing that? You would have to send me a secure PIN through a text message? Yeah, well, the thing is, I don't think I'll be able to receive a text message if I'm on the phone. Shh. Oh, I'm not on there either? So I thought when we got married, he added me to the account. Okay, my
Jessica uses my girlfriend's name and a fake social security number
5127.
to set up her own personal access to my account.
Wait, I'm sorry, so there's no password on my account right now? Can I set that up?
She even gets the support person to change my password.
Thank you so much for your help today.
So she just basically blocked me out of my own account.
I'll get her fed after this. All right, thank you.
Holy shit. So they just gave you access to my entire cell phone account.
You're gonna have to go on and change your password now because it's Jess, my name.
And all it took was a crying baby and a phone call.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. What do you guys think of this hack? Without any coding, much coding, just spoofing, right? It's real. I'm not even kidding. The hack, like, I was talking about Black Batch, right? DEF CON. The camp happened. The camp is called social engineering. At the end, like the top 10 finalists or top 14, 12 finalists, they have to hack Fortune 500 companies. They're Fortune 500 only, or Fortune 100, one of those. And those are the only one they hack. And they are given the name of those companies. It's pretty cool, right? Without any hacking, right? Still, like, you get a lot of information. Now, see what with coding you can do.
I really thought that my cell phone company would protect me. I mean, like, this is the most basic stuff, and they're not doing it. And if they're not doing it, all these other businesses aren't doing it either. Anyone with a phone and an internet connection can do social engineering. But I was curious, what can a hacker with serious coding skills do?
Well, DEF CON is the world's biggest hacking convention. It's hacking everything, hacking social, hacking hardware, hacking software, hacking various systems.
I asked Dan Tentler, a well-known security researcher, to turn all of his firepower on me.
I did get into quite a number of things that I found.
So what were the first things you did? How did you start hacking me?
I quickly found your Squarespace blog and had an idea. Basically what I did was created a bogus Squarespace site and sent an email to you, a phish asking you to go to this website, run the certificate installer.
And I did it, because I'm an idiot.
So once you ran that, it gave me access to your computer, and I created several fake pop-ups that looked like system pop-ups that would ask you for your credentials.
You didn't even have to have my passwords.
No, you gave them to me.
I gave them to you.
Yeah. So I stole your 1Password keychain.
And 1Password is where I store all my other passwords. So effectively by...
And your social security number and your Amex stuff and all your stock trading and bank information. I can send email to everyone in this room as you. I am you right now, if I want it to be. If my evilness is working correctly, it should actually be taking pictures of your desktop and pictures through your webcam every 2 minutes. And I have been watching you for about 2 days now. In coffee shops, at your mom's house, on a plane. Here's you editing stuff. There's you like.
Oh my God! So this is literally
every 2 minutes
through my webcam.
Yeah, through this guy.
How badly could you have messed up my life?
I could have made you homeless. I could have made you homeless and penniless.
How?
Like,
how would you make me homeless?
Like I have control of your digital life in its entirety. I have all your credentials. I have all your access to all your financial information, all your work information, all your personal information. I can pay people with your bank account or your Amex account. I am you. I can fully impersonate. Like, the only thing I couldn't doctor would be like your fingerprints.
Now fingerprints also can be done. Face ID can be done thanks to Microsoft, because they ask for fingerprint instead of passwords.
This is like as bad as it gets.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's bad.
So it turns out.
So this is what I wanted to explain to you, right? Like how crazy hacking is, and I personally what I do, right? Passwords, especially your bank, a bunch of good important passwords. Keep it as phrases. Don't use like this. I think even the person who created this password, or Game Boy also. How you doing, brother? Fingercan token with symbol. Yeah, like the way they show in movies is actually that simple. So password. Right, like it's crazy, man. And so here is the worst part about this, right? The person who actually created, like, you see in password world, I will say, where it is. In the password world, we are told like use special characters like these, right? And use numbers 1, 2, 3, but they only allow between 12 to 16 characters. Worst ever. Always have like big passwords. Like, for example, you can have, this is just for example, Baba black sheep, ba black sheep, right? How many characters is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, right? Oh yeah, 100%, bro. It's good to have doubts though and get it done clear before. So 16, right? What a person like will me do? I will create this instead of B. I'll create it as 8AH ba small black, and instead of S I will have 5 sheep, and let's say I will add something else also at the end. Let's say I'll type year 2025. How easy it is to remember this. How easy it is to remember this. I have changed one number, right? Or made some small first ones, right? And added a number. Easiest thing to remember. See the total. This was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 characters. Way easier to remember something than 1, 2, X. Add 0 in the beginning is, yeah, right? You can have, instead of B, you can have a 0 here. Such a good simple things. Like you have changed every single first character. You know that. The hackers don't. Right? And there are a lot of, even try hack me, there are certain CTF where you're hacking them. And with this like whole GPU things going over and all those, it's very easy to hack these things. So make sure you have at least, if not for everything, for your banking and couple of other ones, have these type of password to like stay safe. Actually, what's that? Most of the most of the complex password they lost, and yeah, people lose it, and it's okay to like have complex and lose it, right? Then like having a weak one, remember it so anybody else can get hacked, right? That's always like, it's a trade-off. And like these complex ones are stupid. Like even the person who built this said it like it was my mistake that I recommended this, it's wrong. Just saying, have those. And a big, if you are worried about your password or email has been hacked, go into have I been pwned. There's this website, right? You guys can check. I like this website. And let me tell you what this website is and who created this to first before going. So this website is like looks at all the databases of the recent breaches and all those like MySpace accounts, how many of them were hacked, right? Collection of number one accounts, exploit Facebook accounts that were hacked, right? 6 million people's were information. Samsung, right? This guy created a whole about the like it so many websites, so many accounts that were pwned, and you can mention your email so that you can see if in one of the hacks your password or your email was actually compromised, your data was there, because it's just matching. It's a very legal website, because if you see this guy name Troy Hunt, he created this. And who is Troy Hunt? Let me show you. Troy Hunt is one of the big developers, Australian guy, big developers in Microsoft. TroyHunt.com, right? Guy, creator of Have I Been Pwned, and then cloud guy for Microsoft, director, and Pluralsight author too. So that's interesting. So website is good. Check it out. Last but not the least, let me give you the best bomb of all time to help you with your hacking. A lot of time what hackers do is they will take a dump of millions of websites and passwords, and they will try to do the same for multiple websites. Let's say if they got it from Facebook, they will try and see if your password, like for example my censored hacker, is he using the same password for YouTube, Twitch, right? And although because if you don't have billions or millions of dollars to lose, like you will be part of a big bulk attack, I will say, and somebody is trying to hack you. YouTube, Instagram, and all those, right? They will do a bulk attack, and they're not checking all the passwords. So what you should do, let's say if my password or my email is ch@gmail, majority of the websites let you create accounts by adding this. Let's say if it was on Facebook, I'm creating a account on Facebook. I will type this: Facebook at Gmail while signing up. This is how I will create an account, because plus is allowed in this, in the regex. So let's say if your Facebook was attacked, and when you were creating an account on Instagram, you typed Insta at Gmail. So you will be saved. This is like another extra layer of security. A beautiful part about this as well is that, let's say Facebook is selling your data. They're not going over one by one line, right? They're selling the whole data. So what they will do, they will sell the whole Instagram or a whole Facebook one, and then you will know if you're getting a third party spam who sold your email. And I'll give you an example why I do this all the time. Let me not share my personal information. One sec. I'll show you. This is actually a big thing about me. Let me open this. I'm going to show you this. I want to make sure I don't spill anything. Paint. Give me 1 second, lads. I'm just want to make sure I don't like I don't want to share something online which can create issues for me later. Okay. To give you example, on lead code I created account. This is my email plus leadcode@outlook.com. Now I know that at leadcode, this is if they sell my information to a third party, if I get spam, this is the email. Hopefully that helps. Is that like, have you heard this? Like, hopefully that helps, right? For info. Don't save changes. Hopefully that's a helpful thing for you guys. Some good information I gathered over the years by learning a lot and looking at a lot of videos. What do you think about this? Like, how about this like type of information? Do you guys like it? Like, should I write more or look more into these and share that? Do you guys like these? Let me see. So you have a separate email for each service you sign up. Not a separate email, but like, yeah, kind of like the signature is separate. So what I mean by that is, let's say the one you saw, right? It is like something like Z. It starts with Z. So Z plus lead code. Kind of like, yeah, a different email. But all of it will go down to your original email. So if it was z.outlook.com, it all will come down to this. Because plus is kind of like not considered as a separate, will not change. So if I had Z at lead code, if I had Z plus Facebook dot at gmail.com, oh sorry, at outlook.com, my bad. It all will go down to my original one. Hold up. 1 second. I don't get it. If get it, are those email good practice or bad? No, not email. I'm not creating a new email for all the time. This is my main original email. So let's say, for example, right? Is it okay? Game Boy, I will take your name, right? Sorry for taking it. Just for example, right? Let's say Game Boy created a email gamegb@gmail.com, right? And he wants to create, let's say, a Facebook account, but he wants to use this email. So how he should use it? GB, usually you have been doing is gb@gmail.com. What you should do is GB plus Facebook, or you can just type FB, right? And then you want to create it on Insta, GB plus Insta at gmail.com. All the emails will actually go still to gb@gmail.com. So you are not creating an extra one. Yeah, it shows who is selling the data. And if somebody's like, got your, like Facebook was hacked, right? Your email was part of it, your password. First of all, don't use the same password. And they won't be able to find same account. We're using the bulk one because they are using automation, right? So it won't work on them. They won't be able to find your account with the same email. So you're not creating a new email, just same email, but while signing up, like for example here, I am signing for because my email is GB, it will be okay. No, Like, you got the idea, basically. When you sign, it shows all the data was yes. When you sign with the plus, you can see if the website sells your data. Yeah. Who's selling your data, right? I did that with Starbucks. I did that with. I wanted to test a bunch of websites. So I did with Starbucks. I did with like LeadCore. I did with like Facebook and all those. Another one I did was an adult website because there was a case going on them, and I wanted to see if they will actually sell my data. And interestingly, I did got that, but I created like a very bogus email just for those testing purposes. So, like, I have done those experiments. I've seen it actually works amazingly. It's just crazy how things work at this point. Like, so many interesting just stuff are there in the tech world, right? Like, how, like, this is such a simple thing, but nobody talks about it, right? Such a simple thing. Phone company 100% sell your data and shopping. Yeah, shopping website too. That's a good one. Which one was it? Was it? It was a brand also. Not like a super big brand, but it's a good international brand that did. Phone company 100% sell your data and shopping website. You mean shopping history? So, not your history, what you were looking at and stuff, but your email. Let's say if you, Krish, let's say you started a website, you went to, let's say, Zara, right? Let's take an example for Zara. You went to Zara and you're like, oh, sorry, you went to Facebook, right? You set up with the account. There are two accounts. One will be krish@g.com and on Facebook, right? This is Facebook. Let me make it blue so it's easy to remember. On Facebook, let's say total two accounts are there. One at g.com. First one is at k.com, right? k@g.com. And then second one is g plus fb at g.com. Now, you are starting a clothing brand. You tell Facebook like, hey, I want to give me the emails of people who search for clothes in their shopping marketplace, right? Facebook has that data. So they will collect all this, send it to you. Now you will start getting those emails about like clothing brands, and they will give you they might even sell a bit more information, not sure. Maybe like your demography, how old you are, like your ethnicity and stuff. They might sell that, and then you will start getting emails based on that. Like, but now G guy, right, who has this email will know it was Facebook. You won't know. And that's how they sell your data. So it's to know which company is selling your data. Well, in the UK now, you are massively incentivized to use Tesco Club Card, Nectar, etc. So they have all your shopping history and habits, easy data. Oh, yes. These reward points are exactly what they do. They sell you. One of the best examples you want me to tell you? This is my business intelligence prof. He said he experimented this. What you have to do, if you are in US or if you are traveling to US ever, right? Go to the Las Vegas casinos, right? Go to these casinos, set up account, go with your friends, right? They will create a whole profile about you, right? And what you will get, probably nothing during that time. But let's say if you went twice during summer and the third summer you didn't go, what they will be looking at, their system will be like, oh, this guy didn't come this year. Let's send him a email. Let's send him an email with a discount on the hotel prices or free $1,000 worth of chips. Because every time this guy spends, they will have a persona of like, okay, every time this guy spends $10, every time this guy comes, right, he spend, let's say, $10,000 on our casinos, hotels, and everything. What they will do, They will say, oh, 1 free night for you. Or even 2 free nights. They don't care, right? They will say, okay, which timings they have the least booking in the summer. They will give you for those. They will give you $100 worth of chips because they know you like to gamble. So they will give you 100, but you can't stop. Well, you end up spending 1,000. That's how these players play. One of the best examples, when you think of, let's say, let me ask you this. When you think of AI, which is the best company for implementation comes into your mind? Which is the best company? I want hear some names. Because I know, like, one, I'm going to talk about the one that manages the most money. Nobody's going to talk about them. Any guesses, please? AI, big company names. The best software. Let's say the best software in AI. What is that right now? For predictive analysis or anything. Come on, lads. Give me some names of AI. Some good names. Some amazing companies. ChatGPT, good one. Let's go for more. I want to hear some good names. More good names. Gemini is actually really good right now for coding. Have you heard, right? Let me drop the bomb. Have you heard of Alibaba? Not by the Claude is great one too. Alibaba by BlackRock. Have you heard of this guy? Right? This is such a crazy good software. This is where AI was actually, they were using the AI software before AI was cool. Let me tell you that. And they were spending millions upon millions to get this. Let me send this in the chat. To give you example why I'm so blown away, why I'm specifically talking about this one out of all. This software, BlackRock, first of all, let me give you the example of what BlackRock is. BlackRock technically is the biggest company in the world. The assets managed by them, 10 trillion worth of assets. 10 trillion. See how big is 10 trillion. GDP by country, if you look, 27 trillion, 17 trillion, right? 4 trillion. So technically they are managing more money, right? They are just behind China and US when it comes to managing money. Imagine how powerful their software is. Their software is so crazy. Like, they look at so many variables so they can make bets on market, on bond market, on the money market, on the stock market, right? Help the leadership making decisions. And that's why their asset is just crazy big. $10 trillion. Imagine. So, I don't know how did we got here. How did we got here? What we were talking about before. Alibaba runs, this is a different Alibaba. So this Alibaba is their software. The Alibaba you are talking about, AliExpress, I believe. That's by Alibaba from China. This Alibaba is different if I'm not wrong. Alibaba Group, right? Alibaba. So Alibaba, both are different actually. Basically, let me, I know the name confuses a lot of people because Alibaba Group is more famous, but Alibaba Group is a Chinese company by Jack Ma, really good person, versus BlackRock, Alibaba. So that is the best AI software. We just don't know who is controlling the world at this point. Sometimes I just think about it. I don't know how I got here too. That's another interesting thing. I don't know. Anybody remember how we got here? I am just so confused right now. What we were doing? AI. Why we talked about AI? Sorry, I'm just confused what we are doing. Let me just go back to chat. Oh yeah, probably we were talking about the hacking and how AI is going to disrupt the hacking world. Yeah. Also, Krish, I think you mentioned about front end. That also reminds me. Let me send you guys one of the best tools for front end. Krish, look into this specific. And if you're anybody coming from any background, mostly, but especially if you are coming from, from front end development perspective, AI top 10 web vulnerabilities. OWASP top 10 is one of the projects, open source projects, and if you are into development, especially if you are into front end development, Krish, look into this. A great what's this called, a project where this is what I do, right? I learn about this. They talk about top vulnerabilities that they have found, which are the biggest vulnerabilities in the world right now, all over the world, internet right now. So they give you an idea. Beautiful part about them, let's say if I go over broken access control, they talk about the description about it, how to prevent it, and they show you some code examples. Yeah, this is the top web resource. You made it. You said it right. 100%. Top web resource. Okay, I think we should go back to this as well, to our exploit development. I just forgot about it totally. Okay, hopefully that's good, right? Like, hopefully that's good. You guys want to do more hacking related, AI related chats, or you want to go back to exploit development? Whichever you guys like, I don't mind. You guys control. So let me do a poll. How about that? Can I do a poll? What was the answer? Sorry, what do you get? Exploit? Okay, let's do the exploit, bro. Okay, so with the exploit, right? We have, this is the IP address of this machine, 2025 Kali. And we are looking also at touch test, right? Touch temp test. What this specific line will do, touch means create a file in this folder. So we are going to run this exploit. I'll just run it like Python. This one runs successfully. How can we check, right? If it was created inside the Docker container, we have to log into the Docker container. So first, let's see what Docker containers are there. Docker PS will give us the Docker containers that are there. We are specifically looking for the worker one. So we copy the ID, container ID, if you see container ID of this. Docker execute IT, interactive terminal. So a terminal, so we can use, I can type and get the answer. Where? Inside this container, right? And what type of terminal should it be? Should it be, there are so many types of terminal, right? Bash, bin, sh, all those. So based on whichever is available, I think bash is available in this one. So who am I? You can see app user of this container. This is my name or username. Now I want to see if that file was created. So I want to go in the temp folder and see. You see the test is there. And if we do ls-al for temp, we can see, right, it was created by app user, right? And there's nothing inside it. There's 0 bytes. Just to give you guys an example. So this exploit worked. What now we want, right? We want a reverse shell. So we are going to make some changes to this and see. To get, like, you might be wondering how to get like reverse shell. Test was created. Yeah, test was created, boss. Exactly. You got it right. So now, another beautiful tool I like, Pentest Monkey. Pentest Monkey gives you like reverse shell cheat sheet, right? So you don't have to remember the commands. I want to use this bash command, right? So I'm going to copy this here. Oh. Okay, nothing was there. Okay. I'm just going to type. Oh wait, I can do like this. Yeah. So bash dash I interactive terminal, right? Same thing dev TCP. This is their command. I exactly also don't know how this works, but I want to give this as 10.0.9, same as this. So let's see if we can get a reverse shell here. For first thing, to get a reverse shell, there should be, if somebody is trying to connect to you, you need to be able to listen, right? So how we will listen using, I'll exit here. There is a software called Netcat, NVLP for listening, right? And port we have to give. So it has to be the same port we will be giving. It has to be the same port we gave in our exploit. So 8080, if you remember. This is 8080, right? So first let's start listening so that once we do the exploit, if it's tried to connect to us, we are listening. Success. Nope, didn't work. It's still listening, but it didn't work for this. What we can do, let's make changes to our code. Let's make changes to the IP addresses and see. 127.0.0.1. You need to remove from the code. What do I have to remove? Sorry. Remove dash. Actually, that is part of it. So this is actually part of it. What our command goes is here. This is actually part of the what we got, the exploit we got. So that's why I'm not touching. This is part of the whole query. Let's see one. If you look at like the exploit, well, how to say, exploit link I sent, it's in there. It's part of that. Oh, let's see if these ones will work. No. So if this is not working, I can even actually if I remove this, if you want me to remove, I can remove this part, but I have to change a bunch of variables and it won't make sense anymore. Because if I remove this one, it's part of this RCE. What I have to do is find the right IP addresses, I believe is the issue in this case. So I need to change it. Yeah, IP addresses, I have to find the right ones. If I do ifconfig, right? Let's go here. 172.17.0.1. Another thing we can actually, first thing to look is, are we able to connect? So I know the IP of that one is HTTP 10.0.0.95173. So you see, this is like I'm able to connect to the other virtual machine. So two virtual machines are able to talk to each other, which is amazing. First thing we needed. Now let's see if we are inside, how we'll get a reverse shell. There are one is the Ethernet 1, Ethernet 0, and then there is Docker 1. But this is also local. And then this. Oh my god. So local won't work. Local won't work because if we send the command inside local, it's going to look for It's local, not like because Docker container is the server in itself, so it will look for its own server. What you have to do, I think, maybe let's try with this combination. $80, no. What do you think I should use for this then? What IP addresses will be right? 172.18.0.1 172 17 actually 17.01, and this is this. No, I'm thinking, okay, there is one thing that clicked though right now. No, not here. So when we did our first hack, right, when we were doing our first exploit, this is our server, this is our virtual machine 2025 Kali, right, and this is the Docker inside it. So when we give 10.0.0.9, it worked for like target. To get the response one, we have to do something different, right? At least like we are on the same page on this part, right? You guys understood that? So I think this can we go back to 10.0.0.9 7091, right? RCE I have to change. Maybe should I look for Python code if the bash is not? Bash should be working because change the port, maybe change the port. Okay, we can try with that. That's a good idea. 8080 instead of that. You mentioned 444 yesterday, right? So let's do that. But before this, we have to 444 4 4 4s, right? Can't you teach next module Windows? Yeah, I would love to teach. Yeah, 100%. I can start with like Linux privilege escalation because majority of the CTF challenges are with Linux. Yeah, that'll be nice. Probably we can do from tomorrow if we can get this done today. So I got you. Bro. We'll do that. Do you have a specific one, or try hack me's like path will work for you? So port changing didn't work. Maybe if I go 172.18.0.1, because if you see in the if config, there is 18 and there is 17. So let's see. And there are 4 4s. No, nothing. This is where probably one thing we can do is 1 sec, sorry, 17. I did 18 last time, yeah. No, this is where I think I will use my prompt to work around. Okay, let's see if this can help. So I asked research mode of Perplexity to do some stuff for me. So this was my, just in case if you want to know, this will be, I just saw your channel and I really like your content. I appreciate it, sir. Oh, thank you, bro. Don't need to call me sir. I'm not a sir, man. I'm same as you. Same, almost the same. Okay. this is a too big of a prompt. So what I will do, I will put it in the Discord. So I'll mention the Discord here, and 1 second, I'll do. Big thanks, Game Boy. Thank you so much for yesterday for getting the prompt. So that was very helpful. Oh, somebody joined. I can't see the name actually because I'm coding right now, but general chat, I think. Here. So just in case if anybody is wondering what was the prompt, here it is. And Discord, I will send the link here. And you guys can chat with me, ask me anything, or anybody in the community. Everybody is very helpful here. So the prompt, right? Let's go back to it. The prompt was, help me understand and fix why I'm not able to get a reverse shell in the following situation. I am trying to use the exploit, which I mentioned in the CV. In this, author is able to do command injection and the worker container of doc GPT app. I'm able to create a file using touch one, right, command as well. After this, I try to take it a level further by using the exploit, but with bash -i this one command and got reverse shell, but now I'm not able to get the reverse shell either. So I think we can do is I'll create this docs GPT exploit.py. Wait, is it saved? Okay, this is saved. So this exploit Python file is not able to give me reverse shell even on the same machine. Can you explain why? Help me fix it. Also, can you explain what IP addresses I should use for this? So let's see if it can give me. It's doing a simple search one, so that should do the job. We don't have to go super research mode in this. Because we know their eval. Another thing, Krish, this is for you. And everybody here, actually, if you are into development, right? Eval function, a lot of time has issues. So their eval function is probably wrong. So the exploit uses this in the reverse shell while your target is configured to this. The IP mismatch prevents connection establishment. Okay, that didn't help. No. Same machine, your local IP. Public facing IP, okay. Grep init. Okay, let's see what will be the IP with this command. (127.1), there is one, there is this one. We haven't tried 10.0.2.15. Maybe that we can try. Oh, this is okay. Yeah, let's try this one. (10.0.2.15). No. Lads, what should I do? What am I doing wrong, according to you? If I create one thing I can test is one thing we can definitely test. Let's go inside the server and see if we can send a text or send something. So I want to hear. Oh, NC won't be a thing, right? NC won't be a thing. APT. I can't even do anything from inside here. we can, another thing we can do from a hacking perspective, I'm thinking like getting all the things out, is using, instead of using a bash one, use a pen test like a reverse shell for Python. You want to try that? Okay, let's see this guy, right? So this I want to explain before. Try to open NC on target PC. The thing is, like, I don't know the root. I tried installing apt install. Problem is, permission is denied RU root. I don't know the root password in this. Sudo su root. Let's see. Password I don't know. Maybe root. Tour. The password, I don't know. Maybe I can check the password. I tried looking the password through the code one. Password Kali. Kali won't work on this because this is inside the app, right? I even tried to look through the code base. I could not find anything much. Pass, let's see. Pass. Secrets Docker password. Let's see, where is secrets? This is GitHub. Where is secrets? Environment file, no. So let's see. Let's just go quickly. I remember looking for the password, could not see it. Password for Elasticsearch. Elasticsearch we are not okay. Oh, password. We can try password something else. Pass. Oh, I can actually faster this process. Base.py, these passes are not required. This one. Basic auth, AMS. This is for Elasticsearch, I believe. No need to check package.json. I don't think they will have anything. This is just for packages, right? API key bypass field. Okay. Nothing here for pass. Let me know if I missed anything here. Nope. jQuery passed to compile, trim, selector passing, password true. Okay. Pass, non-essential, password null. Okay, nothing there. This is the bundled. Okay, nothing here. Package lock. In the readme. Nope. We can try this one. This is MongoDB, not Mango. MongoDB, but let's see if this will work. I hardly doubt it will work, but yeah. Wait, hold up. This one here, check the command argument. Get permission. Oh, one thing you can do is look at the script. From there we can look. Okay, so one thing we can do is, where is the script? Setup script. Docker running, waiting for Docker to start. Download these. Oh, somebody asked, right? What? Oh, I think it was Bharat. You asked, right? Hugging Face sentence transformer. I think this is what they're embedding. Something related to that, right? And there's models. YAML build Docker compose Docker. Okay. Localhost. This is not my favorite thing to do, honestly. Or I guess this has to be done, right? Yeah, I can't find it, boss. I'll make a list of Linux and Windows privilege escalation rooms and give it to you on Discord. 100%, bro. 100%. Feel free. Feel free to do it. And we will start from level 1, right? How familiar you guys are with Linux? So that everybody... Okay, let me just read from... so everybody can see. I'll make a list of Linux and Windows privilege escalation rooms and give it to you on Discord. Lovely. Thank you. I love you. So that everyone's privilege escalation gets fully completed, especially I will give only try hack me list. Amazing. Thanks, boss. And everyone will get help. You said you will do Linux rooms first, then Windows. Can you make it? Like, what do you mean, can you make it? Like, I didn't get the last part, boss. But yeah, I was thinking Linux first, easy to do. And let me ask you this quick question. Try pass? Sure. Yeah, I'll do everything live, 100%. It's nice to chat and everyone. Yeah, chat with everyone, do it. So that's actually a good call. Pass might work. No. Password. Docs GPT. I would love to get Linux like privilege escalation here. Oh, I should have learned privilege escalation very well before. Okay, but it's all good. Let me ask you a quick question though. Let me put a poll for this, right? Because I think this will be a bit. I want to see, are you comfortable with Linux? Feel free to let me know your answers. When I say Linux, like comfortable, specifically I'm asking about like, are you comfortable with the Linux basically? Where is the poll? Oh, poll has to be created. Are you comfortable with the Linux like command line and stuff? Let's run it for 5 minutes quickly, right? So, right, just let me know how comfortable you guys are, right, in the poll. It will help me understand like, should I do a extra stream with you guys to go through certain challenges and get you used to of the CLI in a gamified way, very fun way. I can do that. Extra stream, special stream where we go over those things. Until then, let's copy this. So we were here, right? Let's do. Let me make sure polls are up. Yeah, polls are up both places. Beautiful. What next thing we can do is on the side is Python. Make the Python reversal cheat sheet. Okay. So I'm doing backslash, so it's easy to, doesn't get counted here. Connect. And so this is like the Python I'm using to get a reverse shell. Let's see if this even works. Oh, I'm not even listening. Shoot. No. I think I have to do some more. Don't forget to change the IP. Yeah. Let me just make sure I did that right. Nano 10.10.9. This is the only problem with these. I'm not the best. Okay, let's see. 10.10.9 and 4. Should I do 10.2.15? Maybe? No. Bin bash. It'll be one thing. I will show you something I use sometimes. I think I did show it yesterday as well. 10.9.2 is not working. How about 172 dot, what was that? 172.18.01. Oh, actually I think I might have it. I will use 7091 for port because I think Docker containers have same port open, other one will be blocked. So let's do that, right? Before doing this here, let's try it because Docker ports will only one port is open for the worker one. Okay. Eesh. Wait, something happened, so that might be it. 7091 with mine. Okay. Ten dot 0.9 is 9 is there, so I think 172 18.0.1. Lads, this was, if this gets in. Ah, shoot. Oh, it won't let me use it. Should we try, let's say with Kali, if we do this Kali, right? What is this port? IF config. It has 85. Let's do that way. Let me just start with the. So that's a big success, right? We got that out of the way. Is somebody typing? I can't see. One sec. If someone prefers to do enumeration first and privilege escalation second, that's also a good approach. So you can go. Okay. I did some enumeration stuff before. So I don't think I want to. Maybe we can, if you guys want, like, I think it's based on what you guys want, we can do that. And if you guys want enumeration first, then we can do that. Like, whichever you want, I'll do it. Mention whichever you guys like. Even in Discord, you can send me a message if you don't want to do it here. And we can do it. But yeah, I think privilege, I did some escalation stuff, enumeration stuff and web related stuff. So I'm ready to go towards more on privilege escalation. Okay, so ifconfig nc nvlp 7091. Okay, I have this, right? Okay, now I have to go change the code with, instead of 709, I have to go with 85. Oh, sorry, not 85, the 172, I have to go with 85. Let's see if we hit a home run, lads. So good part is we made some progress with this. It's listening, the other one is listening, so let's see. Nothing here yet. Interesting. What would be... Okay, it actually didn't work. Now I think about it. This one was already in progress. 7091. What about... I can close this actually. So here, listen to this. This one and this one, the worker and the backend only is open to 7091 and it's in use. How can we do something more? Now let's see. Okay. Did you use Parrot? I have not used Parrot OS. How is it? I've heard about it. It's like compared to Kali a lot for security, but I have never used it. How is it? What's your thoughts about it? I believe it. Container. Amazing. Oh, okay. What is have you used Kali, and like what do you think, why do you think Parrot is better than Kali? Kali I stopped using, it's buggy and slow. Yeah, it is slow sometimes, I will give you that. So Parrot, like same things, it works better. Like, can you give an example where you felt it like that? That'll be interesting to, because Kali has a big community, but Parrot is also like very well considered in this industry. So, oh, you have the example. That'll be nice. So on Twitch, people don't know this is what's going on YouTube, right? So that'll be interesting to see. So my exploit seems fine, but I believe it is because Docker configuration of the container. Ping 7091 port. Reverse shell. So let's see what you have said. Wi-Fi cards in a simple batter. I can see with the network though, 100%. I can see with the network. Kali sometimes is like a very buggy. Like it happened today, right? I deal last with fixes then guy. Trusting. I deal less with fixes and guys, so you are dealing less fixes. Interesting. That's good to know though. Dustin, how you doing, buddy? Hello. So we are opening the port on 44444. Configure the exploit and contain to use port this, right? Did that. Is netcat available on it? No, it's not. I'm just thinking, here is my thing. Because we are not able to get reverse shell, maybe it's with the current app, it's probably not possible to get a reverse shell at this point because the container is not allowing any other port, right? So maybe RCE is the only thing we can do. What we can do with them, let me explain what I'm thinking. Where it is. Try Alexa. So here, just to let you guys understand, right? How Docker works, they are only letting for the one which is hackable. Let's say if there are, like in a house, there are a lot of doors and windows, right? So what Docker does, right, is say, okay, I can allow all the doors and windows to be open, or I allow just one or whatever. So let's say if there are so many, there are windows. I have worst drawing here. I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. These are all doors. So what Docker said, 7091 is only allowed. The door number. This one is not allowed open. This one is not allowed. This is not. This is not. This is not. This is not. Blah blah blah. Same thing. So, but we want like a connection on a different file. There can be security gateways or security firewalls available on docsgpt to not allow us or any for matter doing this. What we can do, because what we are trying to currently do is using our exploit, we are sending the payload, malicious payload, to get a reverse shell back. This second thing is not allowed, right? What we can do, one more thing, to create our Metasploit payload, we can have just a RCE added to it, where we are able to do multiple just sending and manipulating the system file inside it. Getting like changing, let's say, the data or asking it to do something, right? I think that's one thing we can. I have to talk to somebody. I have to talk to Benedict because he is. This image replaced Mona Lisa for sure. Oh, buddy, I love that. I love that. This is the pin for the day. That's amazing. Love you, love you. That's amazing. Can you please explain how Docker can be used for hosting a CTF? I heard it helps. Of course. I think that's the last topic. I will, Dustin, love to take this. This is a good question. And I think this will be the last topic for today because it's 9:30. I'm streaming, I don't know for how many hours now. 2.5 hours, so need to eat food. But this is a question I will take right now. So, do you understand Docker? Let me ask you guys this. Do you guys understand what Docker is? Because I think understanding why and what Docker is helps you understand why what Docker can do for you. Do you guys understand that part first? I'll drink some water before starting. Anybody on Twitch, YouTube? Do you guys understand? Do you have the basic? If not, I will go from the basics. So I just know it has containers that stop files. Okay. Let me explain you. Bandit, what's up? Bandit, we have to catch up after this stream. I have certain things I want to talk about. Hopefully you are available. Oh yeah, I'm obsessed with Metasploit open source framework. I love it. I'm just obsessed with like contributing to the community, so I love it. But let me explain, Dustin, let me explain you what exactly Docker is, right? You understand virtual machines, right? We have, let's say we have a host machine, let's say Windows, right? A lot of people use Windows. But you are a developer. You need to develop on Linux, or you are like me, you want to use Kali, right? So either you can either you can partition your physical hardware here. So let's say this is your hardware. You can either partition it so that one part uses Windows and other uses Linux. But that can be cumbersome because like it has a lot more, like it takes a lot more resources in general, right? Whereas a lot of time we don't need. This is like very cumbersome. Every time you add another Linux, you have to make something, right? Dual booting. That's the exact word. So what we do with this, so we don't have to go through all this hassle. There are softwares which sits on top of Windows or let's say Mac or even Linux, whichever is the host operating system. This is called the host, right? Host operating system, which exactly, that's a self-contained environment. That's a beautiful line. So it contains something called virtualization software. There are multiple ones, right? With this container is like a mini virtual. Yeah, containers are basically a mini virtual machine where basically you have a software and you sit, just like for VM, you have a whole thing. Virtual machine, right? I'm using Kali. I'm using 2024 version. And I'm using another one. But let me show you something interesting, right? Every single software needs some kind of like resource, right? So you see, I don't need much. How much I have been using terminal all the time. I really don't need the GUI part of it. Here I need the GUI. So that's what a kind of a problem Docker solved, in which what it did is like, hey, you see this one? Let me make it like this. Docker was like, hey, we'll use the same ideology. We have a hardware. We have the host operating system. Host. It can be anything, right? It can be Windows, Linux, Mac, right? Again, we have virtualization. But what Docker does is like, hey, Docker, I don't want GUI part, because same problem we were having here with the dual booting. We had so much extra stuff, right? So this one is, let's say the extra stuff is defined by this extra line. This is extra unnecessary stuff which is not needed, like the GUI for everything. I don't need the GUI. I'm a command line guy. And just like wallpapers, so many things, right? Yes, it is exactly very similar to using the VSL or pretty much, because WSL uses, not the VSL, WSL uses same ideology exactly. It's virtualization of Ubuntu or stuff, and that's actually basically it almost. So you have a Docker, in which Docker is like, hey, I don't need. I understand you don't need GUI. Sometimes you need GUI, sometimes you don't. So we create a virtualization replace, let's say, by Docker or Docker system. And Docker is saying, okay, how much do you need? I tell them, I just need a small one for this. I just need like a Kali CLI version. And for another one, I need a whole Kali GUI. So you see like the extra data, which has like wallpaper and stuff, right? So you see how much data is saved? That's what Docker is. It's creating a whole machine, right? With like whatever you want to customize. That's what Docker is. Hopefully that explains you. A good image, let's say Docker. Yeah, sort of. So here is what it does. Or I can open the image in there. So you see here, Yeah, it is not. It is a whole new environment, right? It's a whole new environment because Docker creates. It's like basically isolates everything, and you can actually like set up so many things. Basically, like it's just basically the idea of virtual machine, but less wastage, right? So that's what Docker is, right? And to give you an example, why Docker is great, right? And why Docker is useful if you are doing CTF. Best one to take is, let's say if you want to create a one hub type of like virtual machine for anyone, right? What you do is, I am using, and this how it solves the problem. The problem it solves, which you probably don't even know, right? Let's say you Docker equal app deployment depth 100%. That's what I do all the time. Docker is basically app deployment and helpful. Yep. WSL is more of like thinking wise. If you from a endpoint, yeah, because in Docker, I will tell you the difference between WSL versus Docker. WSL, let's say if you have Windows, right? I'll just go with Windows, right? Because you know there is hardware below. Windows WSL can look at all the files, all the stuff inside your Windows by default. With Docker, that's not the case. Docker is its own stuff sitting on top of a Docker engine, sitting on top of Windows. So that's kind of a big difference in the files, and it will give you a similar feeling, but because of the files not there and all those, it's actually different if you think about files perspective. But it's like, WSL you are able to run Linux, Docker you can run Linux, basically. But Docker is way a bit more different because it's in our environment. It's isolated. WSL you are able to talk to Windows. In Docker, you are not able to talk. It's a whole another group of, even the processes are different, which I believe the word is C groups. That's what is used at the kernel level. C groups, all the processes are different, all the resources, everything is just totally isolated from the host virtual machine almost. So the hope that helps, right? Now let's talk about why Docker can be useful to help with the CTF development if you want to create CTF for the community like Vulnerhub. Let's say we are talking about docs.gpt, right? This is going to be our app. I want to create this as a try hack me stuff. So this will be our app. What we are going to do, I install this app like the whole code here. You see the whole code. Let's say I create this whole app. This is a whole app folder. And I mention that create using a Docker file. Using a Docker file, I make this whole app available to everyone in the world, and I can deploy it anywhere, like Docker up. I think I didn't give the best explanation. 1 second, sorry. So let's say I'm using Mac. You are on Windows, and somebody else is on Linux. I'll say Alex, right? You created an app which is vulnerable for cybersecurity purposes, right? Because you are on Windows, it works perfectly for you. But you don't know if it will work for Mac or Linux because we have different system, right? So what you do, instead of like buying a new Mac or buying a Linux, what do you say? Hey, I know Mac. Going back to this, right? Mac, Windows, and Linux all have Docker available. Docker. So with Docker, what you do, you create this app. If this is your app, right? This is your app. you add an extra layer of Docker on top of it. You created a container, Docker container. And then you know Docker container works on Mac, on Windows, on Linux. So people with just one command are able to do it. And so that's how it makes it easy for a developer like you to deploy and ship these things. Does that help, Dustin? And you know one of the best examples of this, which I love. This is what you can use to scare the heck out of your friends, and I love to do it all the time. All the time. I'll add this command for anybody to play with it later. But Dustin, did that help you? I want to know, like maybe I can improve better and come up with better examples in future. So I created this, right? And now I will do Docker run bcall. Oh, Docker is not running on this system actually. My bad. I'll run here. 2025. Oh, wrong. Kali. So I'll show you like something very interesting. One of the best favorite things I ever touched with Docker. This is actually also, I believe, the first thing I did with Docker after learning Docker. So it's downloading all the necessary things to develop. Docker run Hollywood, maybe. What is this one? What am I doing wrong? Should be either. Oh, run rm-it. Okay, my bad. It looks like a Bollywood scene, isn't it? Let me share. Where is my full screen? No. Oh, here. I'm not even touching anything. This is what I love about Docker. It is metrics, right? Yeah. You can just go to your friend's house, start this Docker run, Docker pull, Docker run, done. They will lose their mind. I love the funniest part is I did that to a friend of mine during university time. He was not in computer science, so I loved playing with him. I'm like, yeah, I hacked your whole system. I know all your Google history and everything. Every time you use the incognito mode, I will know. I will know. That's what I told him. I think he stopped talking to me after that. I don't remember much. He kept a distance, I believe. Yo, this is what it is. Hopefully, that was fun for you guys. Go play with your friends' mind. Go just do some fun. And you can use Control C to get out of it. Basically. What? Oh, exit. So hopefully that helps, guys. Hopefully that Docker thing helps, Justin. Dustin. Yeah, and tomorrow I'll be available. We'll see. I will talk to Bandit if you want to push that code we did, and then we'll start with the Windows privileges. Linux privilege escalation. Till then, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for all the messages. Thank you for the chat, and yeah, like always, like thank you. I really thank you. You guys are helping me make my dream come true. So thank you so much. Thank you. Love you. Thank you, Game Boy. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Bandit. Thank you, Bharat. Dhaval. Hartfield, thank you so much. Krish, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the chats and everything. Thank you. I love you. And like usual, bye. Bye, everyone. Love you. Good night. Have a great night and a great day. Bye.